Let's take a look at the fundamental types that are available to us in C++. Now, last time we saw that we have a number of different data types available to us in the language, and that we can divide them up into categories of built-in and user-defined. And then underneath the built-in category, we can further think about fundamental types and compound types. So this time, let's take a closer look at the fundamental types. There are several different examples of fundamental types in C++. We have the Boolean type, in other words, values that represent true or false, just really have two possibilities. We have the character type, often used to encode what we think of as alphanumeric characters. We have an integer type. There are actually several different integers that are available to us in the language. We have floating point types, things such as floats and doubles. And believe it or not, there's actually something called a void type. This is technically the type that you return from a function that doesn't return anything. The Boolean character and integer types are themselves their own category called the integral types. This actually comes up sometimes, for example, in understanding what you can and cannot use with a switch statement. We can also categorize Boolean, character, integer, and floating point types as the arithmetic types. In other words, the arithmetic types are the same as the integral types, only they also add in the floating point types of float and double. Alright, so that's a snapshot of the fundamental types that are available to us in the language. I think it helps to have this kind of overview so that as we learn the language, we are aware of what fundamental types to expect. We can talk about each of these types in a little bit more detail in the next videos.